Hello, now can you hear me? Hey guys, now can you hear me? Yes, okay. So I'll repeat again. Let's reach for the sky, let's win over the world, and let's change the story. You know, these three lines are so important to me. I think these three lines should be important to everyone. And this is what we are doing. We have really changed the story. The time which was a gloomy time for everyone, bad times, sad times for everyone. There we what we did, we found something very good which can bring happiness to so many faces. So we launched this Women Shine last year, 30th May 2020. And आज ही के दिन 30th May 2021 we are launching this book, short story, a collection of short stories written by 20 amazing women, and it is called Happiness Quotient. Happiness is something, you know, now what does happiness means to you? सबके लिए happiness का different form होता है. It can be somebody really want to have lots of huge things होती हैं, उन पे in that they are very happy. Some people are happy even in small things. So what I feel that we should try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. And I actually resonate with these words. You know, people who know me very well, they very well understand that what I'm trying to tell you. We should be able to bring smiles to so many faces. I think that is a happiness. And जो इसमें stories हैं, 20 different stories, they are fiction and non-fiction. And I'm sure जब आप इसको पढ़ेंगे, you'll connect yourself with those stories. कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ऐसे incidents हमारे साथ भी होते हैं. So then you'll realize कि अरे ये सब तो हमारे साथ भी होता है. Even I also have gone through all this. So this is what this Happiness Quotient book is all about. And this is written by, you know, these 20 women. Not everyone is author. Few are authors. Few are bloggers. And kuch women they just write for fun. So you know, it's a really collection of different kind of stories. And what I'll do today, I will read the book is already on Amazon. You can just go there. I'll just show you the link on my website. It is already there. You can visit www.womenshine.in and you will find a link over there. Amazon is already live. Flipkart may by tonight it will be live, and Kindle may, I think it will take 1 or 2 days to be live. So you can go there, buy the book, read, share with your friends, and of course send good reviews as well. So now let me just begin with this. I'll just tell about authors, and I've taken few lines from their stories as well, so you know what all things are there. Yeah. So this is a book. This is the cover page. 20 authors, 20 stories. This is the back page. And I would like to give a special mention to the person who has designed the cover page and the back page. This is designed by Aditya Mishra. Now moving on to various stories. So first is Happiness in a Historic Tale by Munmun Mukherjee. Few lines like it goes like this. Yes, the 2-year-long divorce battle, starting a career with no experience, that too at the age of 35, and surviving as a single lady in this orthodox society, was no less than a tsunami for Antara. Yet she survived it gracefully, confidently, respectfully. These 2 years were needed to shape herself as a self sufficient, independent, career oriented, and confident lady. So this is the first story is here, and you know I will also tell you in the stories जब आप book open करेंगे तो left side is about the author, her work क्या उन्होंने किया है, her email ID is also over there, and then right side the story begins. So you can even reach out to the author because her email ID is mentioned over there. You can send her review. You can really connect with her on that through that email ID. So next story is written by Preeti Narang, Road to Justice, Peace based on real life events. Days passed, weeks turned into months, and months and years. Her craving to punish him became stronger and stronger, but she could do nothing against her family wishes. She pretended to be happy but was not. Her life was miserable. However, destiny had some other plans, and soon her life took an unexpected turn. Now, the third story is Happiness is a Choice by Naina Chakravarti. It goes like this. What they didn't know was she was secretly in love with the boy next door and often brought up by his relatives. The boy and the girl mostly met on the premises of the town government school where they both studied. The rest of the time, they spoke in silence, seeing each other from a distance. I'm trying to develop a curiosity for you, reader, so that you can really go and book the book. Just take the book today itself, so you can read these wonderful stories. Next is Miraki by Aarti Roy. The next morning, fall had a different hue. There was a bright orange spread all over the garden, and glistening dewdrops shone like diamonds. The clouds couldn't keep the golden sun from shining. Myra smiled, admiring herself in the mirror as the bed lamented for her. Sipping her ginger tea, she caressed her blooming greens on the terrace, smiling ear to ear. The next is Elixir of Life by Alipi Das. I would like to, just a moment, I think I should come like this. Yeah. Okay. The Elixir of Life by Alipi Das. They jostle for space and attention in the fierce competition for survival of the fittest. The fresh aroma of the various flavored sweets and savories from the nearby sweetmeat shops wafted in the wind. Toothless, the old woman in the footsteps of the temple grinned from one cheek to another. Her wrinkled skin stretched across her delicate face and frail body as she busily chatted, and her fingers worked with dexterity. Next is The Rain by Amrita Chandralal. I would like to tell you also that this time we have received three stories from out of India. One is from Nigeria, one is from Sweden, and one is from Georgia. I think that's something lovely because I just promoted it extensively, and from I don't know from where these people got it, and we have published these, and we got these stories were shortlisted as well. So here it goes, Rain by Amrita. He was like the child again, craving for all his lost love, something which he was never lucky to experience. It must have been almost a year of marriage when she said that she had within her his child. He was elated and promised silently of all the love he would gift his child. Months passed abruptly. She was in labor, and when he returned with the doctor, it started raining. I'm leaving you all with a curiosity so that you should read the stories. Next is Ignorance is Bliss by Sangeeta Rathore. Praful, wake up, darling. I have made your favorite parathas for the breakfast. It is a beautiful morning. Praful lazily opening his eyes, looked at her with a scorn in his eyes. Why in the hell do you want me to get up so early? And how many times have I told you not to take the trouble of waking me up? Send Chintu to wake me up. Now, what happens after that? You must read this story. Now, next is the eighth story is The Day She Learned to Say No by Ritu Parelkar. I think this is something very good wherein we all must learn to say no. The week saw tired Kavya fulfilling a commitment to her best. The dark circles appeared under her once twinkling eyes, and she looked exhausted but diligently performed her household duties without an iota of discomfort. Now, what Kavya does, you must read about it. Rekindling the Old Flame by Dr. Preeti Talwar. As soon as I procured my PhD, I was ready to work in some premier research institution and take the world by storm. I wanted to break glass ceilings in my chosen field. I managed to get a UGC fellowship, which was tenure bound. This fellowship gave me the chance to work in a premier institute. I was happy to have got the opportunity to do quality work. This is what Preeti talks about. 10th is Rumi in the Times of Corona, Finding Happiness in the Middle of a Pandemic, written by Runjan Nupur. In a way, this crisis is an opportunity that is forcing us to look within and re-examine our spiritual roots, our very essence. It is reminding us that we are more than our jobs, the money we earn, the social status we keep, the people we hang out with. This is very relevant to the current times, no? So what Rumi talks about, you must read this. Magnolia by Prabha Raghunandan. Her ears red, face flushed with anger and sorrow, she rushed to the stables and jumped on her horse. The dumb creature sensed her emotions and started off to her favorite place. With tears gushing down her cheeks, she kept goading him to gallop faster and faster. What happens next? I don't know. You must read this. Next comes Draupadi by Kanashri. As Raghav sipped his morning cup of tea, His gaze followed each of Satya's movements without him noticing. Today, Satya looked like a dream. He was dressed in a pair of blue jeans and a tight black t shirt that stuck to his skin, revealing his strong, muscular body, half exposing creative tattoos adorning his arms and half obscuring his six pack abdomen from Raghav's desperate eyes. Satya knew he was being noticed. One, you must read this story. It's a lovely story. Happy Space by Roma Bachani. She walked into the cafe and could see Anand sitting across the table, dressed casually and his signature hair still the same, as if time stood still on him. Anand sprang and gave her a quick hug. You look so gorgeous, beamed Anand with joy. Yes, what happens next? Now, next story is Love Emanates by Meenu Chopra. Nikita was flabbergasted to hear the three magical words from Madhur that she could not say for the last 4 years. Madhur always had this profound ability to express subtly far better than Nikita. She thought to herself, is love so easy to confess? What happens then? Read by Meenu Chopra, the story. Next is Where My Treasure Lies. This is by, I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong, it's Oni Cheku Ubajulu. I hope I pronounced it correctly. She's from Nigeria. She sent it from there only. I grew up in an environment that acknowledges fame and money as being happy and fulfilled. You are termed happy if you're making waves, especially with money. At the tender age of 10, I knew I was different. This is an experience which she has shared over here. Something on happiness only. Then is Michelle D'Souza, Finding Love and Making It Whole. He held her hand and told her he wanted a little more than friendship. He wanted to weave love into tapestry of their lives. He wanted her to be the blanket he wrapped around himself on a cold, weathered evening. He wanted to hold her and love her until the end of time. Then we have 17 stories by Revati Kutwat, which is on Furry Princess. Bringing a home was uncalled for, but when a pet decides to adopt you, it comes into your life no matter what. Jenny was the most beautiful German shepherd we had ever seen. Her eyes sparkled like diamonds. Her coat was an amazing blend of black and tan, and she looked like a baby curled up in my brother's arm. You can get happiness like this as well. When you're around with your pets, when you're loving your pets, cuddling your pets, I think that's the best thing one can understand. So this is what Revati has mentioned over here. Then we have Somali Bammi for the story is My Ordeal with Sari. This is a lovely, interesting story. I think this is her own experience which she has shared. So here was the wedding day, and the beautician was called home to help me drape a sari. Sari that weighed probably more than me, and I still don't understand why. I mean, why do we spend so much on that exorbitantly expensive and mostly impractical trousseau when eventually they will all get boxed up for the rest of their lives, never to be seen again? Yeah, I really agree with you, Somali, whatever you have mentioned over here. So now see what happens after that. Next story is by Swati Bhattacharya, Taking a Chance on Love. And we are old, so we don't deserve love and companionship? Is that what you're trying to say? Asked Kumar. We have spent our lives trying to be the best parents to both of you, and now you will take away whatever little joy we have in our lives? Must read this story. It's lovely, lovely story over here. This is shared by Swati Bhattacharya. Then the last story, 20th story, is Create Happiness by Rachita Vyas. The holiday season had started, and with the new business model laid down, the entire team was working overnight. Betty and Kevin were working for prolonged hours to drive key sales. Kevin would drop Betty home after long work hours, and once in a while they would relax in a nearby cafe with a drink and some chit chat. So this is the book, which it looks like this. So yes, I think now now you know how many we have got lovely authors for this and lovely stories. You must read this story. We read all the stories. I think the book is not very thick. It's lovely stories, and I think I'll just show you. It's on the website. Let me just show you where it is. some problem again. Okay, when you go to the website www.womenshine.in, the homepage itself, there's a box of where the book is there, and the links are all available over there. You can order from there. So a big thank you to all my lovely authors who have been there and who believed in Womenshine. You know, this is a first initiative which I took, and I'm not an author, but still we managed to get the book in a very lovely form. So thank you so much for. I can see Swati here, Somali, then. I can see Kanashi also is also here. Thank you all for believing in Womenshine that at least we can do something. And thank you. Let's move ahead. We can have many more new kind of things over here. So yes, thank you again so much. And yes, do order. And I'll wait for the lovely reviews. Okay, now here this is it's come. So I'll just show you. So this is the website, and here the book is there. You can just order from here. So it's so easy. It is right now. It is on Amazon, Flipkart, Raat tak aayegi, Kindle. It will take few days, but it will also be there on Kindle. So yes, go ahead, click, and big thank you again. Have a lovely evening. Thank you so much for joining.